Me buying my, I believe, 31st STI. Yeah, pretty cool. It shoots coolant out the exhaust. Good morning, guys. It is fairly early in the morning. I woke up about 45 minutes ago. It is currently 6:45, and we've got to get on the road this morning because we're picking up another Subaru STI. So let's get on the road. If you've watched my videos before, I appreciate it a ton. It helps me out. If this is your first time watching one, I buy these Subaru STIs quite often. Depending if it's crashed, really beat up, or not worth fixing, I'll either part the car out or I'll fix it and sell it, but I also keep them and modify them and enjoy them myself. So this car was fairly local to me. The owner was a younger kid just like myself. He purchased the car. It was already slightly modified, but he ended up putting a bigger turbo, a different turbo kit on it, making quite a bit of power, and the motor ended up lifting ahead and blowing the head gasket. When coolant pours out of the exhaust like this, it's not a good sign. He had messaged me a while ago wondering if I was interested in buying the car. We couldn't agree on a price, and then I think about a month later we ended up agreeing, so I went and picked it up. If you guys like working on cars and you want to get into something that needs some work, I definitely recommend setting aside a good chunk of money for it. Usually projects end up costing more than you think it might. That's just typically how it works, so I always figure a little extra just in case more is wrong with the car than I thought. I'm not really sure what I was doing here, but you'll see in the next video that a so-called blown head gasket can end up being a lot worse. Let's get this thing home, check it out. It's got some really cool mods on it. If you missed the last video, our other barn cat unfortunately had to be put down, which is a bummer, but we got a replacement cat. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, this guy's 10 weeks old. He's got 6 toes on each front of his paws, and my brother named him Innie for inbred because he's got 6 toes. So this guy's hopefully gonna grow up and be a good barn cat. So I'll keep some cat content in here for you guys. Me and my fiance also are gonna get our own cats once we fully move into our house. So outdoor barn cats, mice killing machines. Finally back home. The battery in this thing is pretty much totally shot. So I'm gonna throw another battery in it and see if we can't drive it off. He says it smokes really bad, and it would make sense because there's coolant coming out of the exhaust, which obviously is not a good thing. So I'm gonna chuck a battery in it and see if we can drive it off. And I'd really like to drive it down the road a little bit to see if I can get through all the gears just to make sure everything feels good. Yeah, let's chuck a battery in and see what happens. The battery is in the trunk on this thing. Guess that will work. I've had a Subaru hood fall on my head before, and it is not fun. It was like a 2001 Subaru Outback hood that I had folded straight up, and I wasn't watching, came down, hit me in the head. I had to get, I think, 3 or 4 staples. I can't remember exactly, but not a fun experience. Definitely wouldn't recommend it. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna get these ramps down, and we might need to get boards out too, but then let's see if this thing starts up. I'd rather be safe than sorry and rip the front bumper off this thing. I'm gonna put my jump pack on the battery too, just because I really do want this thing to start, especially because it's hard to get in and out of the car because it's so low. It hits, the doors hit these fenders. All right, let's give this a whirl. Please start up. Holy bucket seats, dude. Come on. Okay, I think we can start it. Come on. There we go.
Oh, we see all of you. Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque.
Just don't hit the front bumper, please. All right, I didn't see much smoke. I'm sure it will start. Oh boy, that's a lot of coolant. I gotta watch that video back because that's a lot of coolant. Woo! Smells like E85 and coolant. Let me get this trailer moved out of the way, and then I'm gonna take it for a drive real quick. I'll set my camera up and see if it starts smoking. But like I said, I want to go through the gears, make sure they don't grind, and then we're good to go in terms of if I want to part this thing out, then I know the trans is good and solid. All right, hopefully my mic is still on. I really don't know if it is or not. I'm gonna take it down the road real quick and try and get it through all the gears. Good oil pressure. All right, trans feels solid. All right, she's definitely smoking real bad. I'm gonna go park it. All right, now that we've driven it and the transmission feels fine, there's no binding when you turn, there's no grinds or anything, upshifting or downshifting. I wasn't able to drive it at the kid's house because I didn't bring an extra battery and that one was super dead. But let's quick go over what the thing's got. Unfortunately, I kind of left a stain on my dad's driveway. I'm gonna have to try and clean that up, get some water and scrub it a little bit. But I think that shot out of the exhaust. I still have yet to look at the footage, but I believe that is what happened. When we were pulling it up onto the trailer at the guy's house, there was coolant coming out of the exhaust. Definitely smells like coolant. Let's start back here. We got a C-Bond carbon trunk. It actually looks like it's pretty clean. Stock tail lights. We got a Cobb exhaust. The battery's relocated to the trunk. Trunk's gutted. It's got some nice wiring in it. Underneath, I believe this car's black. Yeah, I believe it is that color right there, but it is wrapped. Other than that, on the exterior, it's about stock. We've got a scoop delete. Looks like the grills might be wrapped or something. Yeah, it's not too bad on the outside. The rear seats are in here. There's a little this bar right here. I don't know if this is homemade or what this is. I'll have to see if I can find out. But obviously we got the harnesses. They are bride seats. It's actually pretty clean. I don't know where the STI airbag is. I wonder if this thing has been in an accident where they replaced the airbag. Some gauges up here, AEM, oil pressure, air fuel ratio, and boost. The oil pressure is actually really solid. It was 100 pounds on cold start idle. Of course, the 6-speed transmission. Under the hood, this is where the nice stuff is. Under here is where the good stuff is. We had a coolant leak somewhere, or I think it was just actually spraying out of the turbo here, out of the exhaust, because there's so much going through it. It comes out of the V-band there. But we've got an ETS rotated kit. Precision 5858 is what I was told. ETS front mount intercooler kit. You can see the nice ETS kit there. Mishimoto radiator, blow-off valve, a nice flex seal setup with a regulator, all that good stuff. This is a really nice IAG kit right here. So all these PTFE lines, we've got IAG rails, ID 1700 injectors, TGV deletes, IAG air oil separator. You can see right down here, look at that, you can actually see the branding. Killer Bee Motorsports header. That's a nice header there. I think these are TE37 reps, Avid ones. I believe that's what they're reps of. I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, not my favorite wheel. Kind of got some cool colors here. Look at that. Yeah, other than that, we got some BC coilovers. They look pretty clean, pretty new maybe. That is, I think, about it for this guy. Good purchase. Oh, we got some extra parts I got to show you that we also got along with the car. That was part of the deal. It is a clean title car. Unfortunately, it's very heavily modified. Not a car I would be fixing. I hate parting cars out like that, but I just, the time of my life right now, I do have the budget to have a car like that, but it really should go elsewhere because I just bought a house. So I wish I could just keep all these cars and have 500 wheel cars all day long, but it's really not the wisest thing for me right now. So if I can save it from parting out, I will, but we'll have to see. Most of the mods are going to get sold for sure. Along with it, we got a Perrin front mount intercooler. Here's the intake that was missing off the turbo. There's a Cobb 20G turbo here. There's, a bunch of random things. There's a turbo inlet in here somewhere. Yeah, just kind of some random stuff back there. There's some more intercooler piping, a factory header, piping for the Perrin kit. Yeah, overall, this is a good purchase. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to do with this one is me buying the car, me buying my, I believe, 31st STI. Yeah, pretty cool. It shoots coolant out the exhaust. Got to go with a unique one on your 31st there. Good looking car overall. We got a nice lineup here. So this one, I don't know how much content you'll see on it. Like I said, I'm probably going to part out the mods. Like the turbo kit probably is going to come off, stuff like that. As I explained, not a time in my life where I can just be buying these cars and not getting a return on them currently. I don't know how else to say it. I want to get more content for you guys, but I can only do as much as my budget allows. We're trying to put as much towards the house as we can. That's my plans for now. Up next, we're going to be working on this guy. I still have yet to finish my Outback. I'm waiting on some cylinder heads from the machine shop for that guy. Hopefully we'll get that running. Then we'll get this Wu-Tang car started here. This one needs a motor. I'm going to be dropping a motor in this one. And we've got another hatch on the way, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. And then I'm talking to a guy on another one. We'll see what happens. I've got lots of plans, plenty to do in terms of cars here, and a ton to do up at the house I just purchased. This probably comes out after the tour video of the house. If you guys didn't see that, check it out. I'll try and link it here in the corner or something, or at the end of the video. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for riding along with me. Hope you guys are getting your projects done. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but hopefully that's going well. I'll see you guys in the next video.